G'day everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Now in this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how to easily make a soul sample that would be perfect for artists such as Bryson, TILLER, or Drake inside of FL Studio. Now if you are new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me, and while you're at it, you might as well flick that bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. But with that one being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this sample. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio, and as you can see, we honestly kept this one really simple, as we only have two melodic layers, one bass, one vocal, and one layer of ambience. Now we are at a BPM of 163 in the key of G minor, and the first element that comes in is this piano from Contact, which the preset that we are using with this one is the In Concert Felt from the Noir Bank. Now, the pattern that we are playing with this one is something really simple. Obviously, given the fact that we are working in the key of G minor, we start with the first, which is a G minor chord. Now, we are obviously working with voicings where we change some notes by pitching them up an octave, pitching them down an octave, just to get them sounding different and not stale. Now, the first chord that we use is a G minor. That goes over to a D minor, which drops to a C minor, before we copy and paste the D minor over again. Now the first part, as you can see, we do just strum the chords out just to make it sound a little bit different, so it's not just constant held notes, but it kind of gives it a little bit of rhythm. And in context, we end up with a piano progression that sounds like so. As you can hear, it is really simple yet really beautiful as well. Going on to the effects with the piano, we honestly kept it really simple, as all we have is an EQ where we get rid of a decent amount of low end but we boost the high end. We bring in a cymatics origin where we just downsample it just a little bit, but then we have the piano being routed over to this reverb bus where we have it up 66%, and we also have it being compressed 100% as well. Going on to the next melodic layer, it comes in from Analog Lab, and the preset that we are using with this one is the push start, which comes in from one of the carvy banks. Now, all we are doing with this pad is we copied and pasted the sustain chords over, but we also bumped them up an octave. But in context, they sound like so. Just keeping it really simple yet again. Going on to the effects with this pad, all we have is a cymatics origin where we turn down this sample rate a decent amount to 2700, and an EQ comes in where we get rid of a lot of low end and a decent amount of high end. Going on to the buses with them, there is nothing on it whatsoever. No delay, no reverb, no compression. Going on to the vocals though, these vocals come in yet again from BBG Riri, and if you do want a link to her Vision sample pack, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description. Go over there, show her some love. Now the vocals with this one are some dry starters, which are meant to be soulful, and in context, they sound like so. really simple yet really beautiful yet again. Going onto the effects that I added in onto the vocals, we are actually using a preset chain which I made based off the exact same chain that Carvey uses. Now, if you do want a link to that one, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description where you guys can cop it completely for free. But let's go on to the effects with that one. We start off with an RC20 where we do use the magnitude transition 1 and we have changed the parameters a little bit. As you can see with the EQ down here, we actually get rid of a decent amount of low end and a decent amount of high end as well. The next effect that comes in is a Valhalla Vintage Verb. The mix is 100%, decay 4 seconds. We are going really big with the reverb here and we have a low cut of 350 Hertz. A H delay stereo comes in where we do have feedback obviously on, and it is actually matching the BPM of the track. The last effect that comes in, which I added myself, it isn't actually part of the vocal chain, is another Cymatics Origin where we just downsample it yet again. The next element in this sample comes in from Serum, and we are using, surprise surprise, my go-to bass recently, which is the low rumble. Now, if you do want a link to this preset, yet again in the description, completely for free. Now, all we are doing with this bass is we are simply just following the root notes, where we go G to D, down to C, then up to D again, copy, paste that one over, and we end up with a bass pattern that sounds like so. Going on to the effects with the bass, we honestly kept it really simple, as all we did is we actually put it mono by 30%. That one also gets compressed 100% as well. The last element in this sample is an ambient that comes in from the Mini Stash 2 kit by Carvey yet again, and all it is just a little bit of vinyl, and it sounds like so. Now we put everything together and we end up with a sample that sounds like so. As you can hear, something really simplistic yet really beautiful as well. But yeah, that is how you can make a sample that would be perfect for an artist such as Bryson TILLER or Drake inside of FL Studio. If you are new here yet again, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, you might as well flick that bell to get notified every single time that I upload a video. If you do want to download this sample and many others, I'll be leaving a link to my Artist Connect in the description. Also, if you do want to start uploading your own loops over there as well, I'll be leaving an affiliate link in the description where you guys can actually cop yourself a pretty decent discount. But with that one being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time for another video.